You can just use a block, but you'll need a block or a towel roll, and I suggest a towel roll is best. So we're going to sit on it first to start. It's cross-legged. Tilt your hips forward so you come to the edge of your towel roll. Then hold on to your knees. Inhale, and you're going to arch your back. So feel as you lean back, tuck your tailbone under, chin to chest. It's feeling stretch through the back body, so you're drawing your navel in. And then come forward, arching up. So now tipping the tailbone up. Looks like a little seated cat-cow, look up. And again, round the back. Get to straight arms, so you feel a little shoulder stretch as well. Inhale, coming up. Don't forget the breath. And then round the back, curling the tailbone under. And come back to neutral. Then turn your towel roll across your mat, and you're going to lie down and bring the towel roll to your hips. So you want your sacrum resting on it, so the hips are neutral. Have your heels under your knees, so not too far away or too into your hips. Arms by your side, and then inhale, lift your arms up, reach them overhead and lay them down behind you if you can. If you find that's uncomfortable, just take a little width, or you can even cactus your arms to bend at the elbows, just finding where's good for you, and relax, let the spine relax a little, so feeling a stretch. So we're going gently this morning. We're working on our lower back and hip release. But as ever, ahimsa, meaning non-self-harming. So if it doesn't feel good, you don't need to do it. So just find a variation that's good for you. We can bring our arms up and over a few times. So inhale up and exhale down. So inhaling to rise, exhaling to lower. Don't move the arms first, feel the breath. So as the inhale comes, you lift your arms. As the exhale comes, you lower. Okay, lift your hips, release the towel roll. Draw your right knee to your chest, straighten the left leg along the mat. So the left leg is just loose, squeezing, so we're compressing the hip flexor. We're going to work on stretching those in a minute. And while you're pulling with your arms, so the knee is drawing towards your chest, and now you're going to have the opposite action. Push the knee into your hands and resist. And release. Bring that foot down to the floor, bend the other leg, straighten the right leg, draw the knee into your chest. And then push into your hands. So this is helping the sacroiliac joint. In your sacrum, so it's helping to reset it. Okay, and release. So bring your knees in, rock a little side to side. Massage of the lower back. Bring your hands to the top of your knees And then you're going to draw, keep the knees together, draw little circles. And back the other way. And then hug your knees in. Feel that resistance start to use your core. So draw your navel in so you're pressing your lower back down. And cross at the ankles if it feels good. Start to rock. So at least 3 times. Up and back. Use your core to keep your knees towards your chest. And even if you can get up onto your shoulders and then come to sit. Okay. Coming up, so turning over, coming onto your hands and knees, and then step forward. Ragdoll here, so don't come up quickly. Bend your knees, hang your head, hold on to your elbows, and feel your hamstrings might even be twitching a little. And then bring your thumbs into your hip creases and press up and back. So hands, fingers to the side, push up and back, straighten your legs, lift up through the thighs. And then reach your chest forward, squeeze your core, shoulder blades down your back, and you're going to hinge upwards. Keep the back safe. So that action, when you're coming up from a fold or standing upwards, there's that action of, you don't have to put your thumbs in there, obviously, but to feel as the legs straighten, draw the navel in, and reaching the chest forward. So really strong through the core as you come up to protect your lower back. Okay, from the front of the mat, feet hip distance apart. Spread your toes, lift and spread, place them down, all 4 corners of the feet grounded. Lift up through your kneecaps, feel mountain pose, Tadasana. So as the thighs engage, feet grounding, lift up through the pelvic floor, navel to spine, fingertips reaching to the earth. Feel the shoulder blades slide down your back. Draw your chin back slightly so your head is directly above your shoulders. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Turn the palms up, palms together, and then draw the shoulder blades down your back, curling to look up. If that's too much, you can just keep the head forward. Then exhale, take the palms wide, tailbone goes up. So hinging the front of the hips, so rolling the front of the hips forward, pull up through the thighs. You can keep a little bend in your knees to forward fold. If you're not reaching the ground, you can bend your knees, hang your head, or you can have straight legs and hold onto your elbows. Then inhale to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Palms into shins, straight arms, lift up, tailbone tips up. Lovely stretch through the back body, look up. So now you're drawing your shoulder blades down your back, flat back. Engage the core. Exhale. We're going to lunge this time. So fingertips down. You're going to take the left foot back. Runner's lunge first. So we're keeping feet hip distance apart. Light through the fingertips, reach your chest forward, gaze is down. Squeeze the thighs to the midline. So you're making sure the right knee is over the right ankle. And then drop the back knee down behind the hip. Flatten the foot. Come up onto the front thigh. Feel, so we're trying to open through the hip flexors. So often issues with the lower back are to do with tight hips, which the psoas is the largest of the hip flexors. So that crosses right from the lowest of the back ribs across your hip, onto the hip, down your thigh. So we're trying to open there. Lift your left arm up. So keep sinking your hips, but we're trying not to just collapse into it. You want to feel as if you're drawing front ankle, front heel towards back knee. This kind of scissoring action. You'll feel the pelvic floor. The tailbone wants to tuck, which is good. So it has integrity, not just flopping into it. Left arm goes up and then lean over to the right. So you feel this lovely stretch up out of the left hip. Exhale, fingertips down. Tuck the left toes under, rock backwards, so your left hip comes back over your left knee. Walk your fingertips back a little and flex the front foot. So you're going to draw the toes up to the ceiling, press the heel down, stretch through the back of the legs. So also hamstrings, when they're tight, they pull the pelvis down, the back of the pelvis down. So it's overextending through the back body. So we're trying to loosen hamstrings so the pelvis can sit neutrally. Okay, place the right foot down, palms down, lift up through the back knee and step back to plank. So you're going to step back and then rock forward, palms and finger pads pressing down. Draw your chest forward, drop your knees, so they're behind your hips. Hug your elbows in and draw the eye of the elbow forward, shoulder blades down your back. Bend the elbows, you're lowering the hips and chest at the same time rather than bananaing down. Hug the elbows in, tops of the feet press down for cobra. So feel the kneecaps lift, curling up. So draw the elbows down towards your waist, press down through the palms. Feel the glutes engage, so you're pushing your pelvis down. And then exhale, lowering down, tuck the toes under, come to your knees, lift your hips into down dog. You can move in down dog, first one of the day, but main thing, have the hands placed well. So index finger points forward to the front of the mat, and then fingers and thumbs spread from there, and bring your weight into the index finger and the thumb pads to keep the wrists safe. So you can walk the dog, paddle your heels, you can even rock your hips. So feel this, you can draw the knees under you, move however you like. It's not, it doesn't have to be static, just feeling gentle movement in the back. Okay, now coming forward by coming up on the toes, bending your knees deeply, looking forward, and then it's like a spring. Bring your foot forward. If you need to help that foot come forward, take your hand to the back of the calf and lift it forward. Fingertips down, step the left foot forward. Feet hip distance apart, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Extending chest forward, shoulder blades slide down your back, look up, tailbone goes up, and then exhale, fold. Imaginary thumbs into hip creases, lift up through the thighs, reach your chest forward, squeeze your core. Strong thighs lift up, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, draw the shoulder blades towards your waist, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips either side of your feet. This time we're going to lunge take the right foot back. Runner's lunge, so squeezing thighs towards each other. Left knee over left ankle. Lifting up through that back thigh, reach forward with the chest, and then drop the back knee behind the hip, flat on the foot. Come up into low lunge. Just rest your hands here to feel that sinking of the hips, but also the drawing of the tailbone under. So tucking it under. Because what will happen if we sink completely into it? Sometimes people who are a bit more hypermobile through the joints, it's not so good. And then bring the right arm up, lean over to the left. So you'll still feel that energy between the heel and the knee, lifting up and over. Feel that stretch up, releasing through the hip. Then exhale, fingertips down, take tuck your right toes under, take your hips back. So right knee under right hip. Bring your hands back a little, flex left toes up. This is called half monkey, Ardha Hanuman, which essentially means half a split. Do the splits if you like at this point. Okay, feeling as you press that heel down. Try to draw the hips level. Stretching up to the back of the leg, and then bringing left foot down. Bring your palms down beside the foot, tuck the right toes under, lift that back leg and step back. Roll forward into plank. So feel this upward push. So push the ground away. If you need to drop your knees, otherwise you can come through chaturanga. So rolling the eye of the elbow forward so you can bend your elbows by your side, lowering to the mat. Cobra on the inhale. So your hands are beside your ribs, tops of the feet pressed down to lift kneecaps, curling up, draw the shoulders away from your ears. Gazes forward or down. Back body's working here, so really press the tops of the feet down, gently squeeze the glutes, and then lowering down. Tuck the toes under. Lift onto your knees, lift your hips up into down dog. Take 3 breaths here. If it all gets too much, you can always come into child's pose or tabletop. Just kneeling. And we have to be careful with, even with Cobra, if your lower back is sensitive. So making sure you engage the glutes gently. Okay, then inhale. Come up on your toes. Bend your knees deeply, look forward. Step left foot forward, step the right foot forward. Come to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Tailbone up, feel the back of the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, strong thighs, core. Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale. Excuse me. Hands to heart center. Okay, just lastly, we're going to come down onto your knees, come to sit. And we're going to lie back, ready for bridge. But bring your block or your towel roll between your knees. It's the block, it's the thin way. So have your heels under your knees, so where you can touch them with your middle finger. Squeeze the block. Arms down by your side. So feel as if when you press, lift your hands up, but press the elbows down. So feeling the triceps engaging. And then you're going to squeeze the block. Inhale, press your lower back into the mat to engage the hip muscles, the core muscles, and then lift your hips up. Squeeze the block, gentle squeeze of the glutes. Dig your heels in, that's your hamstrings. So use the arms. And then exhale, lowering slowly through the vertebrae, hips come down last. So you can either do that again 2 more times, or if you want to work on your glutes, we're going to do the leg lift at the same time, keeping the block where it is. So arms by your side, pressing, so really using the arms. You feel as if you're broadening across the collarbones as you press them down. Inhale, lower back rolls in down towards the mat. Lift your hips up. Press through the arms. Press through the left sole of the left foot. Point the right toes. So trying to get the hips level. Squeeze the glutes. Point the foot. Keep breathing. And then exhale, bring the right foot down. Lower down through the vertebrae, hips down last. Take one deep inhale and exhale. I'll leave the time, okay. Other side, inhaling, lower back presses down, peel the hips up. Really squeeze the block and then point the left toe, press firmly down through the right foot so you feel squeezing the glutes, leveling the hips, and then exhale, left foot down, lower down through the spine, remove the block. Take your feet wide and knock your knees together. Taking a breath there, and then take your arms wide, palms down, so they're at shoulder height. Keep the feet wide. Inhale. And as you exhale, roll the knees to the right, roll the head to the left. And following your own breath, as you inhale, you lift back to center. Exhale, roll to the opposite side. Use your own breath, inhaling up, exhaling the other side. One more. Come back to center. Just let the spine settle. Bring your hands as you draw your knees in. Just a little gentle squeeze, and then rock to sit. So sitting, you can sit up on your towel roll, so you can tilt your hips forward to help the spine be nice and straight. Rest your hands on your thighs, lift your chest. Shoulder blades slide down your back. Eyes closed. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Lowering your head. And opening your eyes. Namaste. And that was Raffles yawning. That wasn't me. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks so much for signing up again. I think we've got